Let me restart that. What a smart rapper, another great question. He said, thanks, Rob. Hey, I know something that you haven't talked about yet, or like at least to my knowledge. What can you do to prepare for a rap interview? Or what questions should you refrain from answering in one? Ooh, that's a good question. We're gonna talk about that to become a smarter rapper right after the intro. As far as, let me start with the refraining things that like refraining from saying things. You really want to be as open as you possibly can, but you should refrain from saying anything that's going to damage your career. That's kind of like common sense. You should know, like, don't say this, don't say that. Try not to speak about religion, okay? Try not to speak about politics. Try not to speak about anything that allows other people to take sides on something, okay? Because if they could take a side with it, they may instantly not like you because you took a side. So never take sides. Always be open-ended, right? Where it's like, yeah, I like everything. Cool. Who do you like? You like Hillary or Donald Trump? Oh, you know, they're both evil. So, that's all I gotta say. You know, it just as an example, you know what I'm saying? Don't say I like Xbox or PS4 more, say they're both great gaming systems. And people are gonna agree with you, half of it are gonna agree with you, but either way, you didn't pick a side, okay? Or be religious, because people are touchy on those things. So refrain from answering anything that makes you take a side with anything. That's my best advice for that. As far as what you can do to prepare for a rap interview, got a couple things for you here. Number one is think of every question they might ask you, okay? And then have an outline for that question. And I do this too, because when I have interviews, you wanna make sure that you have the right answer and it's the best answer. And your best answer are always the most concise, well put together answers. You don't wanna ramble on. You want it to be like, this is my answer in the shortest amount of words possible. And if you have it memorized, you're better off doing that. Because it's just like, look, what do you think about da-da-da? I think that, or let's say that they ask you a question about Migos, right? Just for example, like, hey, what do you think about Migos? Da-da-da-da. Like, and then you say something like, oh, I think they're fantastic. I absolutely respect their hustle. Like my go-to thing for anybody who asks me about another artist, and this is a true answer, is I absolutely respect the hustle because it takes so much hard work and dedication and patience to get to that level. For any artist that's at that level. So my go-to answer for anytime somebody asks me a question about another artist is, I have absolute respect for them. Even for rappers that I'm not really a fan of any rappers, but especially people who if I like really don't like them, like I just keep that shit to myself because it's unnecessary. All right, so just say because I do have respect for people, even people I don't like, I still respect certain things about them, and that comes down to having the positive mindset and looking for the good in things. Because I just feel like, yeah, I respect the hustle. It's cool that they got there, and it's cool that they were capable of staying there. You know what I'm saying? Never speak badly about someone else unless you're trying to start a beef. But if you're trying to start a beef, make sure that you can handle it, or that you understand the repercussions of a beef and shit that can happen when that stuff goes down. Let's keep going. I want to read these. I want to see how I look on camera, reading instead of memorizing and speaking this time. So number two, have a friend ask you questions and you answer them, but you also have your friend suddenly ask random questions, so you're not prepared at all. So you have to kind of be prepared to answer sideways for questions. And that's a great way. There's another way to do it. Is like you have the questions that you already know, but then in the middle, your friend asks you a question that you wouldn't expect. So like they write the questions for you. And this is very simple. This isn't a hard process. And this just prepares you to be speaking and ready for that. I actually practice doing interviews. Especially used to do it. Or I'll be like, yeah, hey, or just like I talk to myself. I would actually talk to myself. And it's good for manifestation as well. If you're like being interviewed, like, yeah, that's a gold record. Yeah, that's a hit, man. I got the hit, man. Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, it was just me and my team. You know, we spent a lot of time doing that. We were doing it for a long time. Everybody on my team is a hustler, and I couldn't have done it without them. I'm just glad to have this Grammy, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you practice those things, it also puts you in a comfortable mode so that you're ready to get into the interview, okay? Number three, and this is a really, really good one. And not everybody's really good at interviews. Like, especially, I watched an episode of something where Young Thug does not like doing interviews. So they're trying to get him on like a more of a campaign for doing interviews and stuff like that. He's not really somebody who likes doing them. He feels awkward when he's doing them, even though he shouldn't feel awkward. But it's, again, the reason he feels awkward is because doing interviews is another skill set. Being charismatic in front of people and knowing what to say at the right time is another skill set. So you have to get good on camera, get good at answering questions, and being good at avoiding certain questions that may come your way, and that comes with the practice. So even somebody who's a superstar, like a star rapper at that level, is like, I don't really like interviews for that reason. You would be like, why are you worried about it? You get on stage in front of like 20,000 people, like what's the problem, right? It's still something that you have to get used to. And it's not about being scared, it's just you're not used to it. And anything you're not used to feels like there's an anxiety that happens, okay? So this is a great one that I'd like to say here, and the reason I was getting into that is you can watch other interviews and see what people ask those rappers. You can watch and see how the other rapper reacts. You can see what the interviewer is going to ask the rapper, and you can see how the rapper reacts or answers the question. And whatever answers that you like, if you like how they answer the question, you can model how you would answer your questions around how they answered the questions. You ever watch the rapper interview and be like, man, that was a great answer. That was awesome. Take note when you do that. When it happens, take note of it, okay? So those are 3 things that you can do to prepare yourself for a rap interview. Okay, it's not hard, don't feel anxious, and if you ever feel anxiety, a great tip is that you think of the anxiety as actual excitement, because excitement and anxiety and all this stuff, it's actually the same emotion that's like they get stirred up, but it's about how you frame it in your mind. So if you're like anxious, think, I'm excited. Because it's the same emotion, just depends how you frame it in your mind. Right, you just became a smarter rapper. I'm Rob Level, this is smartrapper.com. Hit me with 4 bars below. I need you guys to hit me with the 4 bars, or hit me with 4 comments. Hit me with a like, and then hit me with a subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, hit the bell, because it'll notify you every time I release a new video, so you can become a smarter rapper. New video every day, so make sure you have that bell ticked, all right? And also you can sign up to my email list, get a whole bunch of free stuff. I'll put the links below for y'all, all right? I'm Rob Level, this is smartrapper.com. Until tomorrow, here's some more videos. I've been up all day.